Let's talk about legends, real ones forged in fire and steel. The Damascus blade, a sword so sharp it could slice silk in midair, so tough it could cleave a rifle barrel. For centuries, crusaders returned from the Holy Land with tales of these mesmerizing patterned blades, super materials that seemed almost magical. In an age before modern science, someone created a metal that was flexible, razor-sharp, and strong, a true leap in metallurgy. These blades were status symbols, their swirling patterns a signature of power. But the truth behind Damascus steel is even more fascinating than the myth. This is a story of ancient trade, lost technology, and a scientific puzzle that stumped the world for centuries. We're not just busting a myth, we're uncovering a global saga of innovation. Let's fire up the forge and dive in. The legend of Damascus steel begins in ancient India, where blacksmiths created wootz steel, a high-carbon crucible steel. This process produced ingots with a unique internal structure, hard yet flexible. These ingots traveled to Damascus, a crossroads of commerce, where Syrian smiths transformed them into legendary blades. Western crusaders encountered these swords and named them after the city, unaware of their Indian origins. The real story is one of multicultural collaboration, Indian innovation, Syrian craftsmanship. Damascus steel is a testament to global trade and shared knowledge. It's a story of how the world's best ideas can travel and become legend. What made Damascus steel so extraordinary? For centuries, the secret was unknown. Modern science revealed nanotechnology born in ancient forges. The slow cooling allowed carbon to form iron carbides, giving the blade its edge. These carbides, suspended in softer steel, created a composite material, sharp yet tough. Researchers even found carbon nanotubes, structures we only discovered recently, inside these blades. Damascus steel was nanotechnology before the word existed, a masterpiece of intuitive science. The ancient blacksmith relied on senses and tradition. Their knowledge was passed down through apprenticeships, guarded as a trade secret. The process was never written down, making the craft powerful but fragile. By the 18th century, the true recipe was lost. For centuries, scientists and smiths tried to recreate Damascus steel, but failed. The gap between craft and science became a quest. It was about two ways of knowing: the artist's intuition versus the scientist's analysis. The lost art became a legend, haunting metallurgists and makers alike. The story of Damascus steel is a clash and fusion of craft and science. The search for its secret changed both worlds. Who wielded these legendary blades? Sultans, generals, and nobles across the Middle East, Persia, and India. Damascus steel swords were status symbols like owning a supercar today. They were prized as diplomatic gifts and family heirlooms. On the battlefield, their sharpness and resilience gave warriors a real edge, literally. The curved sabers could slice through armor and withstand brutal combat. European crusaders, armed with heavier, softer swords, were awed and intimidated by these weapons. Their stories fueled the legend back home. Damascus blades shaped empires, giving military and economic advantages to those who possessed them. The trade in wootz steel and finished swords powered economies and connected continents. These blades weren't just weapons, they were engines of commerce and innovation. The legend of Damascus steel was forged in both battle and trade. Why did Damascus steel vanish? It was a perfect storm. The key Indian ore ran out, changing the chemistry of wootz steel. Smiths' recipes no longer worked. The steel lost its magic. Firearms changed warfare, reducing demand for swords. Fewer masters meant the oral tradition broke. The secrets never written down disappeared. Imitations arose, mimicking the look but not the substance. The real art was lost. The legend grew, but the science was forgotten. Damascus steel became a symbol of lost knowledge, a mystery waiting to be solved. The quest to rediscover Damascus steel became a modern scientific adventure. Scanning electron microscopes revealed the steel's hidden nanostructures. Scientists and smiths, like Dr. John Verhoeven and Al Pendre, worked together to recreate the ancient process. After years of trial and error, they succeeded, producing steel that matched the original. The lost art was reborn, not by replacing tradition, but by understanding it. Damascus steel teaches us that innovation often means rediscovering the past. Even in today's world of advanced technology, we can learn from its legacy. The blade that changed history still inspires us to forge ahead.